Welcome to day 50 of our BitClout journey. Today we're going to discuss what brought us to BitClout. Everybody probably has their own story of what brought them to the platform, and it probably ranges from hearing from it from a friend or learning about it on Twitter or Facebook. But I think today since everything's been kind of slow with BitClout this week, we're going to just kind of review what brought us over here. Brian, would you like to start off?
Yeah, so Ed and I were active on Clubhouse. For those who don't know, Clubhouse is an app now available for Android as well as iPhone, but it was just iOS. And it lets people kind of create these groups and talk to each other. And it's kind of like Zoom, but without the video portion. So we were in Clubhouse, we were talking about NFTs. We were working on some NFT projects. And we were invited into a room with Jake Udell, who was talking about BitClout. And this was like on that Tuesday that it launched. And I think we took like a day and then we created our account. And I think what drove us to BitClout was the fact that for the last like 5 years, we've been on social media, and we were on political Twitter, and we kind of built up a following, and we kind of figured out Twitter and like how to engage with people. But we were also in Bitcoin since 2012. So like crypto and social media both like combined to form BitClout. So it seemed like a perfect opportunity for us to kind of get our feet wet in a new platform and kind of make a difference. And I think we see BitClout as having a huge potential for the future. And the fact that you're rewarding people for what they're posting with diamonds and with their coin by buying their coin, I think that it has the potential to kind of weed out some of the hate speech and all the negativity that might be found on other social media platforms like Twitter.
I think it makes people think twice before they post. When you make a post, you have to consider, now, is this going to affect my coin value? Is this going to, are people going to be less likely to give me diamonds for it? So I think people think twice before they make a post that could be hateful or, divisive, because they don't want their coin value. They don't want their coin to be sold, and they want to earn diamonds. That's the kind of the point of BitClout.
Yeah, and I think that the way we see it, at least I can speak for myself. I don't know about you, Ed, but I feel that we have the potential to be able to push this platform in a really positive direction, whether it's organizations raising money for really good causes or just people spreading positive messages. I think that if we can kind of get our feet wet and become like some of the more popular influencers on the platform, I think that we can kind of push it in a positive direction. And I think that's what we're trying to do here.
And I think the people who are in from the start are going to be the pioneers and viewed as the pioneers as the platform builds out and becomes more popular. I think they're going to be the ones who ultimately become the influencers on the platform. That's if you're consistent and you keep up and you contribute to the community on a consistent basis.
Yeah, and I think the community is going to be what determines whether this works out or not. I think BitClout has a tremendous potential, but I think it's going to take the community and the developers within the community to kind of push this technology forward. So it's either going to work out tremendously and become super popular, or it's probably going to fade away. I think we'll probably know a lot more in the next probably 6 to 12 months and kind of figure out where this is headed. But I think that those people that are on the platform now have such a good, I guess they're really going to have a good future on the platform if it does succeed, because they're going to be able to kind of build that following, get to know the technology, and kind of be seen as a positive influence on the platform. And we hope to kind of push it in a positive direction, because it could definitely go in a hateful direction. If you got a bunch of people pushing hate speech and white supremacy, and they started amplifying each other and buying their coin, I mean, it could go in a really bad direction really fast. So I think we're here to try and push it away from that.
So even if BitClout, say it fails, which I don't think it will be, I think it's a great idea, and I think it's going to continue to be a success. I think the idea of BitClout will always kind of be there, and I think something else will eventually take over. The idea of having social media on the blockchain is such a good one. I think a lot of technology is going to be moving into the blockchain in the years to come and the decades to come, because of the ability and the security that it lends itself. So I think in the long run, social media is going to be on the blockchain, and I think it's going to be BitClout. I mean, nobody knows for sure, but I think BitClout is going to be the future of social media.
Yeah, I mean, I envision that even if the vision of the creators of BitClout, BitClout.com, if their vision isn't totally fully understood, then there could be other nodes that kind of fork off of it and push us in a different direction that might be able to be adopted faster or quicker, or be seen by the general populace as something that might be more adoptable. So I think that regardless of what happens with BitClout.com, I think that the technology and maybe even the whole blockchain is going to fork into other areas.
And Brian doesn't mean to like say that something's going to happen to BitClout.com, because we both really truly believe that BitClout's going to be around for a long time, and it's going to be the future of social media. And I view it as, this is something I was saying in a Clubhouse room the other day, is that what Bitcoin is for money, BitClout is for social media. And I truly believe that. And I think that the pioneers who are in it in the beginning are going to be the ones who are most successful in the long run. Just like those who invested into Bitcoin in 2008, 2009, if they're still holding Bitcoin now, they're definitely the most successful, and they definitely have reaped the most rewards from it.
Yeah, I mean, when we got into Bitcoin, it was at around $300 or $400 about almost 10 years ago. And everybody was skeptical. Everybody was saying, this is a scam. This is a Ponzi scheme. This isn't going to work out. Why would this fake internet money have any value? And anything has value that people value. So if people value it, it's going to have value. I mean, the dollar is valued because the US government says it's valuable. So I mean, I think that the skepticism we saw in Bitcoin in 2012 is kind of the same as what we're seeing with BitClout right now. Whether that means that BitClout's going to follow the same successful path as Bitcoin, I don't know, but it is kind of eerily similar, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And I think that would be a good place to close out day 50 of BitClout. What do you say, Brian?
Yep. See you guys for day 51 tomorrow.